guys, standingsimmer here today, and welcome back to the channel for another Sims 4 speed build. Guys, this is probably one of the quickest turnarounds on a speed build I have ever put together for you guys. I can't even, I feel like I have whiplash or something like that. I just built this not too long ago at all. I edited the footage quickly. It's not a very long video, like this isn't ridiculously impressive or anything like that. The build all in all took me about an hour or so to do, like an hour and 2 minutes exactly, if I'm not mistaken. And here we are, ready to record the voiceover and perhaps maybe be a little bit ahead of my schedule for once. Actually, I say that like kind of tongue-in-cheek. I actually am typically a little bit ahead of my schedule, like only just a little bit. Especially toward the beginning of the year, I had a couple of speed builds kind of saved up and I just distributed them over the course of a couple of weeks. And then we hit a point like last week or the last 2 weeks where I just had like nothing at all to post, and I was building like mere days before the videos were supposed to come up, which again isn't that short a time frame. It's very doable, but for me, what I usually do is I have them ready in advance, and we haven't been in that position for a while. So here we are. Literally just built this, like I said, it's same evening as when I'm actually recording the video, which is days and days and days before the video will probably already be going up and all that kind of stuff. This is the first video as well that I've done in a while that I didn't necessarily have a massive amount of inspiration going into it. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I literally just wanted to build a very small home, and that's it. That's all I had to go on, guys. So I didn't have a family in mind for this. I didn't even have necessarily a style in mind. I just wanted to build a small home, and so I picked a 20 by 15 over here in the world of Newcrest and just kind of wanted to wait and see what happened. And this is what happened from that. I was kind of thinking at first when I was like building and kind of putting some stuff together, I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll do like one of those, you guys know, like the 6x6 or 5x5 or 4x4 challenges, something that like you build a very, very small square, and that's the area with which you have to work to put a full-size house that a sim can live in. And that's fun. Like, you guys have to let me know if you want me to do anything like that, but that's not what we're doing today. I decided to expand my horizon just slightly and build something that could offer a little bit more room, but nothing too crazy. This house as a whole really isn't all that big. So what it comes down to is that the downstairs area of this house is all the main living area. So you've got your kitchen and then the living room, and it also has, it all flows all into one. Like, there's no real massive divide between this area that I'm talking about right now, but you have your kitchen, your living room, your dining room kind of just tucked off to the side, and then there's a bathroom off of the main floor as well. It just has a shower and a toilet in it because it's a very, very tiny bathroom, and I figured that you could just easily pop outside the door and wash your hands over in the kitchen when you needed to, as if the Sims care about those things. They really don't. Half the time my Sims don't even wash their hands, which is like, ooh, go wash your hands. Hand hygiene is important, guys. There's your like little life lesson with Mariah for the day. But then on the upper floor of this house, that is where the bedroom is contained, and I tried to rearrange the bedroom in such a way that it could accommodate 2 Sims. Now, I didn't test this build though with 2 Sims. I had 1 player testing Sim on the lot, and I did have them run through the house to make sure that they could access all the rooms and all of the necessary items. But full disclosure, I am saying, hey, this should theoretically be able to fit 2 Sims, but I didn't actually test it with 2 Sims. But if there would be an issue later on, like if you would download this and want to play it with 2 Sims, getting 2 Sims into the bed that's upstairs, then just kind of move some things around to the side. I try not to block the walkway. Typically, if you have at least half a tile space of walking room on either side of a bed, then your Sims can get there and get into the bed. But the Sims are kind of weird. Move objects does some weird things as well, and so you just never really know. So guys, like I said, didn't really have a massive amount of inspiration walking into this, which has been pretty much the case. Like I've had to have inspiration walking into the last many of my speed builds. Again, this build is tiny. It's not really massively impressive that I'm saying like, oh, I kind of built this all out of my own head. That just doesn't happen super often, so I thought I'd mention it. And I tend to kind of rant about the fact that I always need some inspiration. I didn't really have, again, like an overreaching color scheme either. There seemed to be a lot of blues and reds, and by reds I mean more like wood red tones, like what's on the outside of the house. Those tended to emerge quite a bit, so I stuck with like a lot of the pops of blue here and there. It's been a bit as well since I built something that could be considered a little bit more on the traditional front. That's why I ended up calling this Tiny Traditional. I love alliteration too, just in case you couldn't tell. Last week's speed build was Mixed Mediterranean. This is Tiny Traditional. Alliteration is just kind of it's just a like of mine. So also I kind of throw those in from time to time. But yeah, no real particular color scheme in mind. Just kind of wanted to build something that was cute and small and functional, of course, And it's kind of a nice change from building larger homes, because even if I don't set out typically to build a larger home, I might say, okay, I want this to be a family home, but I don't know how many bedrooms or bathrooms or how many Sims I want it to accommodate all the time. I ended up putting in a lot of bedrooms in the houses that I build. And so it was kind of nice for once just to have to worry about the one bedroom. It's all very small, so there's not a lot of room even to put things like clutter, because I was afraid that it would impede the Sims from getting where they need to go. But yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about this house, guys. There's not a whole lot going on. It is available on the gallery, just in case, by the way, like just a little caveat here, if I ever forget to mention that in any of my speed builds, just take for granted the fact, unless I mention otherwise, that the build is up on the gallery already by the time that the build is going up. I almost always, like unless there's just some crazy weird exception, I almost always upload my speed builds as I build them. So when they go up on the gallery, it's happening right after I actually put the lot together. And then by the time, however many days later, the speed build goes up on YouTube for you guys to watch, it's already been up there for like at least a couple of days. So if you want to follow me on the gallery too, that's a good way to, did you guys care about like gallery spoilers? If you want to know like pretty much what I'm going to be building in advance, then you can find all that information on my gallery page. I know some people don't like to do that. I mean, understandably so. You could actually theoretically have somebody know like almost your entire schedule in advance with regard to speed builds if you do it the way that I do it, but I really don't care that much, to be honest with you. I mean, it's like, that's just a few more days typically that someone could download the build if you really wanted it. And so yeah, up on my gallery page, Standing Simmer, all the information to download it is, as with all of my speed builds, always in the description below. And I also put a little download link that you guys can follow through to the Sims 4 gallery page. And as long as you're signed in on that web page, you can actually download it right to your game from any web browser. Like, you don't actually have to be in game, which by the way is one of the handiest and probably one of the more underused features I'm aware of in the Sims community. Like, I think it's really cool that even as buggy as the gallery tends to be, and as much as that can carry over into the website itself, that you can actually download things from an independent web browser, and that when you log on later, like when you open up your game later, it'll be waiting for you in your gallery. Like, that is so cool. I remember being absolutely floored when I first realized that that was even a thing. And so yeah, in case you guys didn't know, that's how that works. And me, along with a lot of other simmers I know, put download links in the description because it's just a little bit easier for you to access them that way. Say if you are watching on mobile, for example, and you don't necessarily remember later on when you're in your game that you want to download something that you see on YouTube. So anyways, I hope you guys are having an amazing day, an amazing week. I just want to apologize for a second, not because I feel like I've made like the wrong decision in doing things this way, but more just like to an extent, I feel like I'm letting you guys down with like, and you guys probably don't even feel this way about it, so I'm probably being nuts, but I have not been uploading as much as I had hoped to. I've really been lacking inspiration just in general here recently, and as much as I had intended to possibly upload a consistent 2 to 3 videos a week, which 2 videos a week is something that I've been achieving still, it's been kind of like, I feel like in my mind at least, if nothing else, I've been kind of like wishy-washy, like back and forth about this, because even this upcoming week, I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to be uploading as a current household update, mainly just because of the position that I am in a couple of my current households, and just how awkward it would be at this point to actually upload a current household update on them. As you guys probably know, and if you don't, then here's the information. I finished Not So Berry this past week for the current household update, and so I'm done with that challenge entirely, and I've started something new in its place, but I've not progressed far enough to really like have much to tell you guys about, you know what I mean? And in my other current household that I'm playing on Tumblr, it's the opposite situation. I'm so far ahead of how my gameplay posts are queued on Tumblr. I talked about this last week, but I'm so far ahead that I don't want to record an update on them because it would be like so many spoilers. Like there'd be spoilers everywhere. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. This is also my anniversary week, the week that you guys are seeing this. In fact, in 2 days time, I think is from when this video should technically be going up, is when my anniversary is, and 1 or 2 days time, I'm forgetting now. We'll see. You know, it's the 13th of February, so there you go. And so if there is just a little bit more quietness for me, it's because I have taken a little bit of time off even from work. I took a 3-day weekend the weekend before you guys are seeing this, and I'm really really not wanting to work as much on videos and extra projects that weekend. I'm kind of wanting to just kind of hang out with my husband and chill and have a good time and enjoy actually having a very rare day off. It doesn't happen to me very often. I never really take time off work, and the weekends almost don't count sometimes just because of how busy I stay just in general. And so I'm really excited about that. And so like I said, if I'm a little bit more quiet than usual, then that's definitely why. And also know that I'm so sorry that my streaming schedule recently has just been an actual mess. As of when I'm recording this video, my internet still is not fixed. You know, see last week's video for the explanation of the issue that I'm speaking of and referring to, but still not fixed, guys, and I'm kind of stressing out about it a little bit. But anyways, guys, being that this is a very short video, we're already kind of rounding to a close. I do want to say thank you regardless for just kind of tuning in today and letting me ramble a bit for you guys, because I do love chatting with you as per usual. Do let me know in the comments any comments, suggestions, anything you want to say just down there. Just pop a comment, and I love to read what you guys had to say. And like I said, with that being said, I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having the best of days, and I will see you very soon. Bye!